Okay, stingrays. There are 8 different families of stingrays. There's the six-gill, deep water, stingrays, round rays, whiptail, river butterfly, and eagle. If you want more information, please go visit Wikipedia after this presentation. Taxonomy of stingrays: Cuna Animalia, phylum Chordata, class Chondrichthyes, meaning they're jawfish, and order Myelobatiforms, meaning that they're cartilaginous fish and they're related to sharks. The stingray structure, depending on the family, it could have a pointed snout or a concave snout. The pectoral fin, which is used to move, the stingray used to move around, is attached to the body disc, and the body disc is the round part of the stingray. There's the eyes on the dorsum, which is the top of the fish. Behind their eyes will always be a spherical. Pelvic fins are right behind the body disc, and between the fins there will be a tail. On the tail there's caudal tubercles, and behind that the tail sting. Depending on which family you're looking at, it could have a filament or a fin. And also depending on which family, they could have one or more stings, and each sting can reach up to 14 inches in length. That varies by the length of the stingray though. And I couldn't find a diagram of the underside of a stingray, but they have venomous glands. Their structure and their functions: the spherical is behind the eyes and acts as a gill, so it filters the oxygen out of water. Pectoral fin and body disc are used for swimming. Body disc also hosts all the organs. The pelvic fins are used to guide directions up and down. Caudal tubercles are used for defense, like the sole purpose of defending themselves. Caudal keel is the backbone of the stingray, which is on the bottom of the tail. Tail sting is used to attack offenders. They break off right away after entering the offender. And caudal tail / fin are used to push water and guide directions left or right. One thing to note is that stingers will not attack others on their own. They're really peaceful animals, but they will if you accidentally step on them, which is pretty common. Energy source: they eat insects and shelled and non-shelled organisms. More specifically, they eat worms, insect larvae, shrimps, little crabs, smaller fish, and snails. The mouth is designed to grip the prey and crush it. I didn't write crush on there, so I apologize for that. The reason being that that they're only good for gripping and crushing is that they are only lined with rounded molars / teeth, and they're not good for ripping apart the prey. As for how nutrition is absorbed, food enters the mouth, enters the digestive tract after being crushed, and inside the digestive tract there's the spiral valve, which because of its twisted shape, it has a larger surface area where it could absorb the nutrition, and also pushes the waste out. But because of its spiral shape, the waste pushed out can often appear spiral shaped too. Reproduction: stingrays reproduce sexually. The male follows the female and places one of two of his claspers into the female's valve to fertilize the egg. The female carries the egg until they decide that it is the right time to give birth. Notably, there have been stingrays that were observed to carry eggs over a decade. The eggs get nutrition through the membrane of egg sacs while in the female, and offsprings are immediately cut off after birth, so they're immediately independent and they have to fend for themselves after birth. Lastly, for reproduction, is that a stingray typically lives from 15 to 25 years. Some interesting facts about stingrays: that they're often made into accessories in Southeast Asia. I know that I have been promoted when I was in Thailand. Someone tried to sell me a stingray wallet, and in Malaysia and Singapore they are often made into dishes. So it really depends on which country you're looking at. I assume there will be more than one dish. Apparently they're crunchy. There are also records showing that whips were made of stingray tails, large stingray tails, in Africa up to World War II. Some stingrays, especially the eagle stingrays, they can grow up to 9.1 meters from fin to fin. So, yeah. And this is a bibliography. I wasn't able to find any books that were relevant to this presentation at the library, so I used online resources. And thank you for listening.